Hi, I'm Clarinda, and you are listening to the Feel Light, Mind and Body podcast, created for women like you. Women who are experiencing success in so many areas of life, but are struggling with weight loss, stress eating, and decreased energy. Losing weight can feel hard, heavy, and restrictive. That's why every week I will be offering you a different perspective, tips, encouragement, and a unique approach so that you can feel lighter in your mind and body rather than feeling deprived, frustrated, or discouraged. What if you could feel free, yet in control around food for the rest of your life? What if you could enjoy your experience of losing weight and getting healthier? You absolutely can. You're in the right place. Take this time for yourself and let's dive in. Stop doing this to maximize your recharge time. Episode number 15. This past weekend, did you catch yourself feeling distracted by a nagging thought or two, even when you were so enjoying your recharge time? Be honest. Now, you might be like a few of my friends, actually maybe only 2 out of, say, 10, who say they can totally unplug from everything the moment they walk away from work. I'm a bit jealous, yet I like to lean in and pick their brains more on that. I would like to think I was more like that when I was in my nursing career. Unless there had been a tragedy in the ER or someone in a lot of pain that shift, I could usually leave it all behind. But when I look back, I think I was always in motion, physically or mentally, unless I was floating in my pool or unplugged at an all-inclusive resort. I'm sure there are a few close friends listening to me right now who are saying, yep, that's you, see. Now, with my present work, my mind says, but it really is different as an entrepreneur. Maybe. Nah, that's just a thought. One I haven't totally changed to support me the most, but I'm still committed to perfecting it. Remember, we teach what we've already learned or what we're in the process of most often. So when I was out in the woods this past weekend, enjoying the fresh air and my company and beautiful snow, and yes, as long as it's not frigid temperatures, I love the snow. But even when I was enjoying that, I noticed my mind prompting me with little reminders, which seem harmless, right? To stop and just add that one thought to my phone note section. But then that can trigger another to do or don't forget to, and it takes me out of my present being moment, which is also not showing up fully for my hiking partner. If you can relate, then let me share what I told myself to stop doing so that I could maximize this allotted and needed recharge time. I mean, this was planned time. It wasn't like I was playing hooky when I had a deadline. No, I had prepared for this time, yet this type A tendency personality needed this loving and gentle but firm reminder, and maybe you do as well. So are you ready for it? Stop thinking that you should be doing something else. Simple, yet easier said than done, but so vital if you truly want to enjoy your recharge time. Before I share how you can stop thinking you should be doing something else, let's get clear on why it's a good idea to not think that. Let me describe another scenario that may be familiar to you, and if it isn't, then think of one that is, and then apply what I'm about to share. It's the evening and you're watching a Netflix show, all curled up, nice and cozy. It's one that you might be enjoying alone or with someone. You feel so comfy and cozy, and you start to pick up where you left off in the plot. Then that little voice starts. You really should be doing the laundry. You haven't worked out today. 2 people are still waiting for your response. Lunches need to be made. When are you going to finish what you started earlier? So even though you are watching the show, you are distracted and feelings of restlessness, guilt, and unease may be rising up. And what's the quickest and easiest way to distract from or temporarily fix an uncomfortable emotion? By adding more pleasure with food or drink, even if you aren't hungry. Then, usually feelings of regret or disappointment in yourself for not sticking to your goal layer onto the underlying negative emotions. What starts off to be an enjoyable way to relax after a stressful day ends up creating more stress overall. So how can you stop thinking that you should be doing something else? There are various ways, but let me share the top 2 that I continue to practice, imperfectly and all, and I also help my weight loss and life coaching clients practice. Number 1, ask yourself, is it true that I should be doing something else? If it's a deadline or there will be a negative consequence for not doing it, then shut Netflix off and do it first. Get your butt in gear and have your own back. Do what your future self will thank you for. You can delay the immediate gratification so that you can experience true gratification later when the task is done, and then the relaxing Netflix can follow. If you are dreading doing the task, notice your language around it. Saying, I have to, feels a lot heavier than I get to or I'm choosing to. But that's a whole other subject. The second way you can stop thinking that you should be doing something else is to plan ahead of time. I like to plan out my week Sunday afternoon or evening. When I'm in a recharge mode, I look at the week in front of me. I've learned the hard way that I am more productive when I schedule some recharge, relax time in my calendar. So knowing that I have made that decision with the intelligent part of my brain, the prefrontal cortex, I then am committed to having my own back and following through with it. Part of that commitment is to remind myself that I am doing exactly what I should be doing, and that whatever shoulds pop up in my brain are for another time on my calendar. The purpose of this relax or recharge time is exactly that, to fill up and unwind. So don't cheapen or dilute it. This is a practice. Sometimes it's easier than others to calm my brain down, and that's okay. I've noticed that if I've just said I would do something at a certain time without actually writing or typing it into my calendar, then the I shoulds pop up more frequently. So I've decided it's totally worth the planning time at the beginning of my week. I don't do it every week. There's times that Sundays are really, really full. So then I normally catch up by Monday evening, but I can feel that Monday sometimes spinning on me. The more I practice catching it, that I should or I should be doing something else instead of doing what I'm doing right now, the more I practice catching that, then I can get myself back to my present moment, just like I did this weekend. I ended that day feeling much more refreshed than how I went into the weekend. And what about those extra snacks while watching Netflix? Again, that is totally up to you. My Feel Light members and I plan ahead. If I know I will be watching a movie with a friend who will most likely be munching, then I might delay my supper so I will be truly hungry, and then enjoy my shake or veggie crisp or maybe veggies and fresh hummus, or my favorite, guac, or even my healthier version of loaded nachos. Enjoying it totally guilt-free. So to quickly recap, your brain might be like mine and still offer you more things that you could or should be doing. But as often as needed, I am committed to gently quieting it with the reminder of when I have that work time scheduled in my week, and I come back to my current time block of relaxing. That is the only way that you can truly recharge. If your mind is on your work, it isn't getting the needed break. So then it does end up being wasted time. Let me know if this gave you a different perspective. And in case you missed it last week, here is my complimentary resource for you. 12 tips to feel and be amazing. Simply click on the link in the description to access and enjoy. Let me know which tip is your favorite. I love to get DMs on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. So I will also add those links in the description as we need to connect. If you share this podcast with anyone, feel free to tag me so I can thank you properly. And if you leave me a 5-star review, be ready for a big hug of appreciation. It truly will help me so much in getting this message out to others who can also benefit from it. I'm excited for you to have a productive week that includes relaxing, recharge time, guilt-free. Are you? I hope so. I'm looking forward to each opportunity that I get to show up for, and I really hope you are as well. Take care of those shouldy thoughts by either doing them, if time sensitive, or simply reminding yourself of when they will get done so you can be fully present where you are in the moment. Are you game? I am, and I really think you are as well. Let's make it a fantastic week, and I will talk with you again early next Tuesday. Now, do yourself the biggest favor. From love, take at least one action step from what you learned today. Knowledge without application won't give you the results that you desire. Let me know on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever, what you are choosing to do and when. And yes, please leave a podcast review wherever you are listening to this. When people read your words and can see themselves in them, then you are contributing to women empowering other women. And that feels amazing. You just might change or save a life today.